come to prophesy the downfall of America and to tell the people on this sign who they are. Anybody of Negro, Indian, or Latino descent are the true children of Israel as according to the Bible. And contrary to popular belief or opinion, are the only ones that have a chance at salvation from the coming destruction. And that destruction is approaching fast. Now, you know, me and the brothers was talking about the Kamala and the Trump situation, and everybody. Well, I guess it will be the elites that actually want Kamala in, because she's keeping up their slave trade going. She's trying to keep up the status quo for the elites, and Trump is trying to change shit. Why is Trump trying to change shit? Trump is actually trying to save America. Yeah, that Edomite is actually trying to save America by actually stopping slavery and changing the rules up. But while he's trying to change the rules up, that's also causing the elites to lose a lot of money. So Trump most likely ain't gonna get in. Actually, Kamala might just get in with her lying ass.
Right.
You
hey,
know,
one of three things gonna happen. All right. Either Trump is gonna lose the fucking race and Kamala's gonna get in.
Right. Or Trump is gonna win and get assassinated.
Or they'll set it up to where, for some fucking reason, they won't be able to continue to do the debate, or the presidential election will be halted for a time.
Right.
All right. Which is gonna cause chaos, man.
Right. Either one of those scenarios is still gonna bring in prophecy. You know, or it could happen a different way. Who knows? But guess what? Prophecy is still happening even while we speak. And for you assholes and idiots out there, especially you men that's trying to vote in Kamala, hey, look, we just gonna read the scriptures and let the scriptures talk. This is 1 Timothy 2:11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. And that's in a nutshell. Any of you idiots trying to vote Kamala to be over you, you trying to vote a woman to be over you. And that is not biblical.
No.
Nor is it moral. It is actually stupid.
Right, because what you're doing right now in a time of war, you're setting it up so a woman can be that prey. We're going into World War III.
Right.
Do you think the enemy already don't respect the fact that the morals of America are low? It's a low-lying place.
Right.
But on top of that, you want to put a woman up against us, a so-called black woman against us, so-called?
Right. Imagine you going to war and your bitch is the one that's leading the pack. Would you trust her to win that battle?
Do you trust your enemy to look at you and actually have some kind of respect for you?
Right. Your enemy is going to get more savage if your bitch is the head of the battle.
Wait. You know what I seen, man? I got this compilation, right, of these Israeli female soldiers. They look like Kim Kardashian in her prime with fine, twerking and doing all those little TikToks, body, ass, everything.
Yeah.
Do you understand? You put them on the front line, that's an incentive for the enemy to fuck you up.
Right.
We taking the spoils
Right.
That's what men do.
Imagine a man going into a fight, but then he send his bitch to fight. You actually think your bitch is gonna win that fight?
Wait. What happens if she loses against an enemy that's out to kill you?
Right.
That's not your wife no more.
Right. It's like, come on, man.
That's not gonna be your wife anymore.
Right.
That's the reality of warfare.
Okay.
You giving them an incentive to fight.
Right.
Let's put our women out here. They're like, these motherfuckers rubbing their hands together.
Right.
And they look good too. Are they in shape?
Yeah, these motherfuckers, they got the epitome of weakness, man.
Right.
They got their bitch going to war for them.
Hey, in Ukraine, they got I did a video on it a couple months ago. You know, they have bulletproof vests for female soldiers that are pregnant.
That is stupid.
Yeah, they showed the body arm. I'm just like, God damn.
That's stupid. Verse 13. For Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in the faith, in charity, and holiness with sobriety. Women cannot lead. If you trust your bitch to be the leader in a war, then you stupid. If a bitch think that she can win a war by leading, then she's stupid. And she's been deceived. But most women will flat out tell you that they don't want to be the leader in no war. They don't want to go to war.
Oh, they want to go to war until it's time.
Right. They
And
okay
when they
with
find out the draft is coming, now they want to be a housewife.
Right,
Now
exactly.
they make TikToks about them
Exactly.
wanting to fucking, now they want to act right and shit.
Exactly. Because when all hell breaks loose, a woman will become a woman again.
Right.
Only reason bitches act the way they do in America is because the law supports it.
It's not a choice.
Exactly. If America didn't support this degenerate behavior of our women and our men, guess what? It wouldn't happen. Cause real men ain't taking the shit. But like I say, this government, this law supports the debauchery of this place.
I got a charger, but I don't think it's a charger. It's the older charger.
Let me say this. Kamala Harris was in charge of the war that was over in Ukraine to get it stopped, right? Well, to stop the war before it went to war, right? Kamala Harris was sent over there to talk to Putin and what's the name together, and the leader of Ukraine, president of Ukraine. And he said after they had that meeting, 3 days later, Russia attacked Ukraine, and it was because of whatever Kamala Harris told them. Like they said she's a weak leader. They said she's a weak leader, and they want her back in because she's a weak leader.
Any woman would be a weak leader, man. How the fuck you gonna trust a woman to lead the correct way?
Hey, look at Germany. What happened when they had Angela Merkel in there?
Right.
That shit became the shit show.
Right.
And she was letting she was doing the same thing Kamala did.
Right.
She let all those refugees in and shit.
And they've been trying to fix it ever since.
Yeah.
This is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach in the Apocrypha, chapter 25, verse 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all died. So if you listening and following your woman, of the woman became the beginning of sin. If you following the wifey's lead, guess what? She's leading you to death. And it's just that plain and simple. Yet y'all want this bitch to try to lead a whole country. She's gonna lead your whole country into destruction, which is okay with us. Cause this motherfucker going down one way or the other, whether it's fast or slow. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. If she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh and give her a bill of divorce and let her go. So give the water no passage, nor a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. And all these women in America, pretty much, in general, are wicked as hell, man.
Well,
Most
got that
of
freedom,
them,
you got the democracy freedom.
Right.
To go out and be whatever you want. You can be the biggest whore that you want to be in society, and it's going to be promoted.
Right.
Right? They actually reward you for doing that. They
Right.
actually reward you for having a bunch of children by a bunch of niggas, man.
Right.
They
Right.
reward you. But then when it comes to men that don't have shit, that are trying to build themselves up, they don't get benefits for that.
No.
You don't get incentives for that. But they give you incentives for having multiple fathers, baby fathers, by letting you get child support from each one because you didn't get along with them, because you wanted to leave. And then they give you the ability to make it so they can't even fucking see their father, man.
Correct.
So you can further indoctrinate them, man. I got It says, Ecclesiasticus 22:5. She that is bold dishonoreth both her father and her husband, and they both shall despise her.
Right.
And so to be in a position of power, you got to be bold, man. All right. To be a ruler of a nation, you have to be bold. A woman being in a position of power and being bold don't mix. All right. And it's not respected, because what did she do? She came out and she said that she was a so-called black woman. And what did that do? That pissed her father off. And her father was dishonored by her. Alright? And you think that's honoring, making her mother feel honored, her actual East Indian mother, by her running around saying she a black woman?
Actually, she ain't said it. She won't say it.
And of course she won't.
That's everybody else saying it for her.
And that's all they have to do. Because she ain't denying it.
No. She made it clear she's Asian.
She changing up her accent.
Yeah.
Making it sound she got this down south accent and all of this. You know? She's doing a reverse Rachel Dolezal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because they was on her ass. But remember, Rachel Dolezal was actually doing good shit for Jake, man.
Yeah.
But she a white woman. Motherfucker, she's actually making shit move in favor for y'all.
Right.
And y'all got her kicked off, but this bitch right here, and then now they'll say that she may be a Jake, you know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, she ain't doing shit for you in the name of your people, man. That's some bold ass shit to say, I'm gonna make these changes, I'm gonna do this and that. But then we just looked at a video and it's showing that you was the head of the border, that you was helping, you was allowing, paying these cartels bring these little children in and sex traffic them. Some bold ass shit.
Which is fucked up. She was allowing the sex trafficking of the Latin communities and shit, but Trump actually was stopping it. Trump actually put a dent into it.
And that's why Putin said that he want Kamala to win, because he can do whatever the fuck he want to do when Kamala's in, but when Trump was in, Trump had him in check, and he don't want to be in check again if Trump get in. So, you know, because Trump gonna stop the Ukraine war, but he know that Kamala can't. And he wanted to get in again.
You want to go into war with this dumb bitch? Like, oh, we gonna run right over y'all.
This is Proverbs 9 and 13. A foolish woman is clamorous, she is simple and knoweth nothing. So a foolish woman, aka a bold woman. A bold woman is foolish, man. Because all women know how to do is scream. That's it. They don't know shit unless they learned it from the man that's in their life. And there ain't no bitch out here that can prove me wrong on that. You ain't learned the goddamn thing unless you learned it from the men in your life.
Or your school teacher.
Right. Hey, the men in your life. Because I don't know not one bitch that know anything that's intelligent unless they learned it from their man. Or one of the men that they've been with. Or their father. That's it. They ain't learned shit on their own, and they ain't learned too much from their mother unless she learned it from her husband or father. That's why a foolish woman is simple and don't know shit.
Did you see?
And then y'all want to vote in another foolish woman that's simple and don't know shit.
Amen, brother.
Hey, that's right. I mean, damn, you can't learn nothing unless a man taught you. I mean, that's just the truth. And especially in America, that's a truth that these women really need to learn. You ain't learned shit unless you learned it from the man in your life.
I don't need any man to tell me what to do.
Hey, if a man don't tell you what to do, you don't know what to do. No, you don't. That's why you got two men around you right now.
Well, that's why you.
Because they telling you what to do.
And
if you do, something stupid, they stop you from doing stupid shit.
Wait, the men
that's what men do.
The men ain't saying nothing though.
Right, the men ain't right. The men ain't saying nothing because they know. But they let you get away with that shit because they know. They want to spare your feelings. We not out here to spare your feelings. We out here to tell you the raw and uncut truth. That's what we out here to do.
Whether they hear or forbear.
Whether they hear or forbear.
Like a trumpet. A trumpet is not picking and choosing whose ears it
right.
go to.
Right.
Motherfuckers start blowing the trumpet right now. Everybody that got ears that's gonna hear it, they can hear it.
Right.
You can't tell I'm gonna just cancel out the trumpet sound and listen to the cars and shit, man.
Right. Hey, you can drown out the trumpet sound, but hey, in the back of your mind, you know what it's sounding off.
So you gotta drown that. To see a conscious action is to drown something out.
Current.
Do something involuntarily like blink, your heartbeat. God damn it, you that's an involuntary movement. That's an involuntary hearing. You can't have. You gotta force yourself to have selective hearing.
Current.
Because naturally, if you can hear, I don't give a fuck if a motherfucker fart in the street. You gonna buy, walls.
Right.
Oh shit. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiasticus 42, verse 13. For from garments cometh the moth, and from women wickedness.
Right, from women wickedness. That's why where is it going on there in San Francisco to defund the police, and then it's total anarchy and everybody is living on the street, motherfucking eating shit and grass. But nobody's saying nothing. Why? Because it's a fucking experiment. A lot of women is calling for that stupid shit. Let's have anarchy. Everything needs to be lawless. Don't you know if everything was lawless, bitch, you gonna be in the fucking house. Why? Because you gonna find out how savage men can actually be.
And guess what? You know what's gonna increase the desire for a man to run into your house? It's because they know where you're gonna be at. You're gonna be afraid in your house. Now you don't know where a woman is gonna be. But in that day, when all of these men start acting crazy because you have basically liberated them in this society, they saying, oh, it wasn't my fault when you walking around with your body out, when you act in a certain way. They don't do that anywhere else but America. You act in a way that is so fucking proud. Women wouldn't dare to do that in the Middle East. For God's sakes, we saw a group of women walking down the street in the Middle East and a man belched. It was at nighttime, and they were terrified like they saw Godzilla.
Like 4 or 5 women. Yeah, they were terrified like they saw the end of their life.
Right, they were took off screaming because they understand what's going to happen if they're going to get kidnapped and put into slavery. That's the reality of the world. Men, in this country, they say, well, what are men good for? You are comfortable enough in this country to say that because they understand what a man is for. We are the natural deterrent from another man. Period. Other men see you walking down the street, they don't mess with you. They don't attack you at night because another man is with you.
Right. They don't take you and kidnap you because other men that rule this society will come to your rescue. I mean, hey.
That's the natural deterrent.
Right. If the police, let's say the government was made of women and the police was made of women, this society would have already crumbled. Because a woman is not an enforcer of the rules, man.
That's not how nature works. You don't see a gazelle chasing no lion, man. All right? You don't see a guppy, a goldfish trying to eat a shark, man.
Right.
The understanding of what natural nature is the fact that whatever's stronger is supposed to be in a position of power. Correct? Why would you take something that's a weaker vessel, as that's what the Bible says?
Right.
A woman is a weaker vessel.
Yeah, in all ways, not just physically, but mentally as well.
Yes.
A man is always the stronger vessel.
Physically, mentally,
and spiritually. The man is the stronger vessel.
That's what we were created to do.
It says, better is the churlishness or rudeness of a man than a courteous woman.
Right.
A woman, I said, which bringeth shame and reproach.
Right. Better is a rude man than a courteous woman. What we doing is rude as fuck because we better than women. And we better than women. Period.
For God's sakes, you can't even fucking say rape. You can't even say murder.
Right.
You can't even goddamn say.
Substitute those words for grape and unalive.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't even say abortion anymore. Do you know they're bleeping out abortion? The same shit that bitches have been doing?
Right.
Y'all been on that shit. And then they trying to say, what is that? I don't know if you saw that on Facebook. She was the host of the show, and she was trying to say, oh, well, black women, we don't support abortion. Are you kidding me?
That's a lie.
The #1 killer of males, black males in this society,
is black women, man.
Yes, it's abortion. You can look it up, man.
Yeah. The #1 murderer of black people, period, is abortion, man. Right. They say more black babies are aborted than the black babies that actually live.
They said that other nations, the number of other nations is like 11%. And Esau's nation is like 13-14%.
Yeah.
And Jake's nation, which is the Negroes, Latinos.
No, just the Negroes.
Or actually just the Negroes.
Just the Negroes.
The Negroes is 21%.
No, it's even more than that.
No, well, that was the last time I looked it up. It was 21%.
Yeah, I done read. Hey, Shalom. I done read that it's 51% aborted babies in the black population.
Oh,
51%.
wow. That number blew.
51%.
That
Over
blew.
half of our babies are being aborted.
But she sat there, did all that fucking yelling on that couch, trying to say, "Well, we don't support black women. Don't support. That's white women." Are you
How you
No,
don't
that's
how
a
you don't
lie.
support abortion when in the first DNA or whatever the DNC, the first meeting they had with Kamala Harris and what was the stripper rapper name?
Yeah.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan Thee Stallion. And that outside of that DNC, and for like a whole couple months, they had a portable abortion clinic. It was portable, where
Wow.
it drives
Yeah, I saw
and it pull right up to you. And they show on the film the only women that was coming out from there were black women, young
Wow.
black women.
I saw that shit. That's right.
Just like it's the same thing. It's the same thing with the number of supporters with the alphabet people, man. Black women are the biggest supporters of the alphabet community, and don't nobody support them like the black women support them, man. We can say till we blue in the face that it's wicked, and black women still support it. It was like, hey, I had a conversation with a worker at a store, a black woman that said the same thing. It was like, a man dressed as a woman is a woman. What the fuck is wrong with you people in this country? A man dressed like a woman is a goddamn man in a fucking dress.
Wait. And then they made a big controversy at Planet Fitness because the man was in the fucking, he was in there shaving. He
Right.
just said he was a woman. He didn't say he identified as a woman. He in a woman's locker room shaving his beard, man.
Right.
Is that okay? Is that fine? Oh, well, just let them claim. All
Yeah,
right,
it's just-
and guess what they do? They pry on your children.
Right.
They
Yeah.
pry. They sit
Yup,
in the stalls
yup,
and they wait
yup.
on your daughters to
Hold
come
on.
in there.
Look at the
Right.
new
molest
look at the new
Yup.
stalls they made. The new stalls where everybody uses the same bathroom, men and women use the same
Right.
bathroom.
But then at the same time they get mad when the Olympics host this dude beating the shit out of this woman because he said he's a woman on the Olympic card. And he
Yep.
beat the shit out of her. Now everybody mad.
Mind you, he got a gold medal.
Right, yeah, and he got the gold for beating the shit out of a woman because he said he was a woman.
Just remember, you voted for that.
Right.
You
Yeah,
asked
but
for
that also shows how dumb a woman is. How the fuck you gonna fall for some stupid shit like that?
No, this.
Oh, I'm a woman, so I get to beat the shit out of a woman. I can race a woman and beat her. I mean, this is the average man.
Y'all allowed
This is
that
not
to happen.
right. This is not no championship style man. He can't beat no champion man. He's an average man beating the shit out of women.
Right.
He's an average man running faster than a woman.
Right.
And these women are championship level for a woman. These men are average men. Yet you women still don't understand.
But you'll keep voting for Kamala.
Right, but you'll vote for Kamala.
And then they'll get mad at us. Hey, if you're not a bitch, don't get offended.
Right,
If you're a
exactly.
real woman that's not doing these things, then don't
Right,
get offended.
right, yeah. If you're a woman that's not doing all the fucked up shit that the majority of women do, hey, it ain't no reason for you to be offended. Cause men actually love women. However, the majority of the women in this country ain't really women, they just bitches.
Right.
Bitches and hoes.
Snoop said it. Snoop Dogg put it well. And they all know that we don't love them hoes. We don't love hoes, man. All right? People ain't out here throwing themselves in front of hookers to save their lives. They doing
Right.
that for their wives, for the women that are stand up in their community.
Karen,
Right.
this is Hosea chapter 4, verse 14. I will not punish your daughters when they commit whoredom, nor your spouses when they commit adultery, for themselves are separated with whores, and they sacrifice with harlots. Therefore the people that doth not understand shall fall. So the Heavenly Father even said it. He said, hey, there ain't nothing but hoes in the over here. And he ain't gonna punish them for being hoes this time. Why? Because the children of Israel then went off and went a whoring to other gods. So he ain't gonna punish your daughters for being hoes. That's why it's okay for your woman to go around and sleeping with other men. That's why it's okay for your daughter to have 2-digit numbers while in their young age. Cause you ain't gonna find too many women in the single digits.
We're talking about
And you
your
know
body
what we
count.
talk? Yeah,
We're talking about the amount of men that
Right.
you slept with.
Right. And most
That does
women
matter. That
right.
does matter.
Before the age of 25, most women are in double digits.
And
Most of them are actually in the high double digits.
Wait, they're proud about it too. They'll say, hey, some of them will say they in the hundreds proudly, like that's an accomplishment, dog. I've seen it. And then they'll fight, and then they'll start twerking in the middle of fighting,
Well,
shaking
hey,
their ass and they
but most of them actually know. Because most of them, you ask a bitch what's her body count, most of them actually already know. I don't feel comfortable sharing that. Because you feel the same. You just a hoe.
Yeah, you know what? One time I had this chick, right? And I asked her that question. I don't know what made me ask her that question. We got to a conversation. But she basically took out a pen and a piece of paper. She started writing down, and she just started writing on the paper. Man, halfway through it, man, that bitch just closed and started crying, dog. I remember that shit. I don't remember what conversation we had, but she was so embarrassed when she started writing down their names and saw the names. That's when it sunk in. This is not a good thing. This many men have had access to your body, man. You are polluted heavily because you let these men have their way with you and they didn't give a shit about you, and you knew that before you laid with them. Now you embarrassed. You can't take that shit back. This is Ecclesiasticus 9, starting at 1. Be not thou jealous over the wife of thy bosom, and teach her not an evil lesson against thyself. So one of the things, teaching an evil lesson against yourself would be something like, all right, if you set your foot down, right, and you have these morals that y'all abide by, but every time you come in and enforce that, she comes in and she kind of like shuts that down and you allow that to happen. Basically, if you set a rule or you set some kind of boundary and you allow her to continue to pass that because she's a woman or because you love her or whatever the reason may be, you allowing that behavior, especially from the beginning, don't think you're going to correct it later because you already taught her an equal lesson against your ass, man. You allowed that behavior. Look, however you come into a relationship is how you should leave. If I came into this relationship and I said, I don't accept this, that, or the third, as soon as you do it, you're supposed to be on their ass.
Yep.
And then later on, niggas want to start acting like they got some nuts and shit later on after they allow her and taught her all these wicked lessons against them. And then they all fucked up, wondering why they can't tell them nothing. Man, because you already, that it's already installed in her to be disrespectful.
Right, it's just like a child, man. If you let a child get away with something, that child is going to keep on testing you to get away with more and more.
Right.
And a woman is the same way, man.
Shahrazad Ali even said that the women in this world, women, especially black women, they don't get older than 14.
Right, in the mind.
Right. This is a so-called black woman that's well studied saying that.
Right.
It says, give not thy soul unto a woman to set her foot upon thy substance.
Right. Give not thy soul to a woman to set their foot upon your substance.
Right.
Don't give your woman your money.
No.
Matter of fact, don't even let her know about your finances.
No.
You don't have to.
Just know we paying them. I'm paying the bills I
Right.
paid.
The bills I paid. That's all you need to know.
Right.
You don't get no woman your substance.
No.
And that's why we got this crazy ass thing going on. Oh, if a man don't got this and this and that, if he ain't making $100,000, he can't be with me. A woman don't have no clue about finances, man. No clue. And then this woman could be making peanuts. I'm talking about literal fucking peanuts. I'm talking about $100,000. And she ain't even making 10.
Hey, 39 years of marriage, and that nigga Judge Mathis, 39 years of marriage.
Right, that just shows how stupid a woman really is, man. 39 29 years of marriage, you want to get divorced, you in your 60s. What do you expect out of here on the streets?
Because
without no protection.
So he's a millionaire now, which means she gets half of that because she was able to put her foot on his substance, man. And don't say, oh, I got a prenuptial agreement.
But no, hey, and that's this country enforcing that rule.
Right. And then don't say you got a prenuptial agreement because you know that you have to get a prenuptial agreement renewed every, I think it's like 5 years or 6 years.
Correct.
And on top of that, they still have laws around that. They can still get alimony. They can still get the shit out of you. Okay, if y'all had children, all right, well, there's no alimony, but we're going to just double your child support.
Right, like what they trying to do with Tyrese. They locked him up because they trying to get millions from him, even though he had a prenup and shit.
Yeah.
He ain't paying them, so they locked him up.
Yeah.
It's like, no, motherfucker, read the prenup. And hey, this bitch is getting child support, she ain't getting shit else.
Right. Child support.
Right. But they trying to get whole support out of him.
Right. It says, meet not with an harlot, least thou fall into her snares. Don't be quick to meet up with these hoes and don't think you're gonna be caught. They catch you up in game.
Right.
Right. It's always gonna be some games, some traps that they have set up for you. And guess what? This hoe is fucking all these other niggas. But you, what day of the week nigga are you?
Right.
That's what you need. Because I'm talking about literal hoes. You know she a hoe, but she looks so good, you're willing to give her a pass.
Right.
And you allow her, you think you, matter of fact, she letting you hit it, and you thinking this is my woman. You start feeling like that.
That's why, yeah, because hey, that's biologically how a man is made up. But guess what? That's why that saying came up. It's not yours, it's just your turn.
Right.
Hey, it's your spin around the block, man. That's all it really is.
It's your ride on the cot, on the cot carousel.
That's right.
It says, that's right.
Shalom.
All right.
All right.
That's right. And Issachar, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They had that Mexican flag flying up. Hey, man, y'all about Shimon Shah Barak to him and his family, man. That was beautiful. And guess what? Who probably said it? And Dad said it. Yeah. Tell him say that's your life. Had a nice ass Chevy. Boy, that's Impala, man. That's but it says, use not much the company of a woman that is a singer, lest thou be taken with her attempts.
Right. Hey, you can interpret that. A singer, a speaker, a good talker. Don't be in the company of a woman that's charismatic too much, man.
Right.
Yeah, lest you be taken by her attempts, man.
Right.
You gonna be flirting with the bitch. And then you're gonna be taken by the bitch. And then all of a sudden you trapped in some bullshit because of this bitch.
Right. Gaze not on a maid, that thou fall not by those things that are precious in her.
Right. Hey, don't be gazing too much at these young women and shit. Don't fall for her innocent looks. Because you'll get caught up in it.
Now, those are the biggest. Hey, when you look at them, you know, you ever looked at them flicks on the web and shit, you know, there's a high category for them women that look like they just small and innocent.
Right, small, petite, innocent looking and shit.
And they get slutted out.
Yep.
Like a motherfucker.
Matter of fact, a lot of them sluts are actually on OnlyFans and shit.
Right. A lot of them got their own. They just put up. You know, they got accounts on these shit like Pornhub and shit.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
They just upload it directly from their phone. Private shit. Nobody in between there. All right, they just load it up, and they get. And that's what led to OnlyFans.
Right, the girl next door look.
Right. Little tiny, and she just so innocent. That be the ones. And I'm gonna tell you something. That's supposed to be good, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, because it's a snare. It's a trap.
It's a trap.
If it wasn't good, it wouldn't be no snare, man.
Exactly. That's why the bitches with the worst attitudes, they got the best pussy. Motherfuckers be trying to stay with them hoes, man.
Like, man, hey, this
because that bitch
shit,
got,
man.
she ain't shit, but hey, when you in the bed with that bitch, it's like, God damn, I done went around the world. Gotta be careful of these hoes, man.
Hey, man, them motherfuckers suck the soul out of your shit.
Right.
Alright?
Shit.
Real talk. And that's what keep them hooked on. Like, man,
Yeah.
I know I gotta leave her, man, but look at this so what?
Right.
You know?
Right.
All of
Right.
that shit is real,
Right.
dog.
Right.
That's why they succubus. Alright? That's
Yup,
why he talking
yup,
about that succubus
yup.
demon. Jumping on these hoes, man, and really use you as a parasitic host.
Right. Hey, but that's what a woman really is. A woman is a parasite. And there ain't really nothing wrong with a woman being a parasite as long as she a loyal parasite.
Right.
Bitch, the only blood you supposed to be sucking is mine.
Right.
And that's it. But you know, these bitches are parasites trying to leech on to the next one every time.
Look not round about thee in the streets. She's for the streets.
Right. Hey, you don't really supposed to be out in the street looking for bitches.
No, and that's why you see these niggas do is walk up and down the street, especially on the weekend. Right now, these niggas pull out their finest vehicles and shit. They put on their nicest garments, and they come up and down the street looking for these hoes, and then they crowd around the ones that's twerking and doing it. We used to go to the bridge, man, and cool out. You couldn't go up there because guess what? When the hoes started freaking and shaking their ass and doing all of that, it brought all the ruffians out.
Yep.
The worst of these niggas came out.
Right.
Ski masks and guns. Then a couple motherfuckers got shot, and they had to break all of that up, point and being.
Right,
man.
right.
These if a bitch is for the streets, let her stay there, man.
Yep.
It's like going out here trying to adopt a sewer rat. You know what I'm saying?
And while we in the middle of going to World War III, hey, that's when a lot of these niggas and a few of you bitches gonna be taken up in this World War III.
Oh yeah, they gonna put your ass on the front line because you wanted them equal rights.
Yep.
It says, turn away thine eyes from a beautiful woman. And a lot of these individuals consider Kamala Harris a beautiful woman. And hey, I saw her halfway without that makeup. It was a bad look. It was terrible.
Yeah.
And she got that goddamn turkey gobble right here. They can't even do shit about that unless she gets some kind of facial surgery. But you know, point it being, they'll look at her like a pretty woman, right? Because of especially what she used to look like. Because you know, of course, back in the day, the bitch she looked like something, right? But now, no. But all that makeup and all of these camera angles and all that TV magic and shit, they're able to make her look like this beautiful woman, right? That's what these people see. And that's softening their position because if you looked at Hillary, that was rough, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That was looking at some, some unpolished granite, you know? I still remember that shit. That bitch started all funky and shit. It says, for many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman. For herewith love is kindled as a fire. They get caught up in that look.
Right.
Oh, she's just beautiful. Oh, she's a hottie. They keep calling her the hottie president and shit.
Man, that's bullshit. But even when you look at a regular average woman, a man is attracted to a woman by nature. So a man always thinks a woman is beautiful. You don't tell no woman that shit. Why? Because it goes to their head. And you see how entitled American women are now. It's like, oh, I'm just so pretty. Now average women think they fucking 10s and shit, man. When they 5, and some of them are 4s. A few of them are goddamn 3s. But all of them think they 10s. That's what happens when you call a woman beautiful too much. When she's really just average.
You're really doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Always. Well, y'all was shy.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, you got that spirit, that zeal.
We ain't up here just talking shit. Right. Damn. But anyway, continue on. It says, and they love this, and the reason I'm bringing all of these out is because these are applied to women. These are weaknesses that's associated with women. So this is why another reason they're not supposed to be in these leadership roles, man. Because they have the ability to do all of these things, not just to men around them or to the people. It causes confusion, right? A lot of niggas end up killing each other or set each other up over what a woman said and did. We see that continue. You know what I'm saying? It says, sit not at all with another man's wife, nor sit down with her in thine arms and spend not thy money with her at the wine, lest thine heart incline unto her.
And that's something that has to be said. Sit not at all with another man's wife, man.
Oh my
Let's say
God.
you not even
Niggas can't
intending
get that right. Niggas can't get that right.
Niggas can't get that right for some reason. Even if you're not intending on sleeping with a woman, if she got a man, leave her the fuck alone. Just leave the bitch. Yeah, you can get some pussy elsewhere.
Right.
Sit not at all. And the Heavenly Father didn't stutter on that. Sit not at all with another man's wife. If the bitch got somebody, leave the bitch alone. You don't want to be cool with her. You don't want to be friends with her. If the bitch got a man, leave her the fuck alone. Tell her to hang out with her fucking man. And go fuck another bitch. You know, it ain't, hey, I gotta say this, a pussy don't got a face on it. You can go after what you attracted to, but just don't sit at all with another man's wife. You know? You sitting there, and how does that shit look? Sitting and chilling with another man's bitch, man. Like, that looks bad on you anyway. And it don't matter if you intended on doing nothing or whatever. You sit not at all with another man's wife. And just like the brother said, niggas can't get that right for some reason. A bitch get friendly with you, even though she's got somebody and shit. You just want to be best friends with no. Her best friend is her man. And it's up to men for the most part. It's up to men to have integrity. It's up to men to have character. You don't have, look, most women don't got character. Most women don't got integrity. It's up to men to show character and integrity. And if you sitting with other men's wives, that shows you don't got no good character or integrity, man.
You always don't get that damn head, don't get water that head. Something water. Yeah.
This is 2nd Ezra 5 and 8. There shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be all sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and minstrous women shall bring forth monsters. And you see that in the black community especially, but with single mothers. Right. Minstrous women bring forth monsters. If they don't got no father in the household, the boys end up being monsters and the girls end up being hoes and sluts. That's the importance of a father. It's not just financial gain. It's stability of the mind. That's one of the things that men bring. Stability of the mind of the woman that they with and the kids that they raise. Minstrous women or single mothers bring forth monsters. It ain't nothing good about a single mother, man. Don't get me wrong, there's single mothers that put forth their best foot, but they can't do no more than that. It takes a man to raise another man. They can do the best that they can, but they can't do everything.
No, that's not good enough.
It's really not.
Good enough, dog. Especially in the world that we're in now, it's not good enough, and they think that they can do it. It's a thought that if you got a choice, right, in the matter, think that you can take your children, you can do just as good doing it by yourself.
Right.
You already fucking
right. Hey, for all you women that think y'all can do it by yourself or think wear it as a badge of honor doing it by yourself, it's not. It's a detriment to you. If you say, oh, I raised my kids by myself, guess what? I'm looking at you funny. I'm looking at you like you a stupid bitch. You didn't do it by yourself. Two, the fact that you tried to raise them without a man shows that you brought forth some more monsters.
Right. Hey, one reason I can say as well, you ain't do it by yourself.
Correct. No woman do it by themselves.
When they babies, right? They get wick, right? Man can't get wick. You got a grown ass man and he got a baby, he can't get wick.
It's called women, infants, and children, not men, infants, and children.
Hold on. We deal with young men that we know that are going through it too. Even in our families, where they goddamn have their sons, their children, right? But they can't even apply to get those full benefits and insurance like a woman. But a woman can go do it. She can go and be in the same situation and do it. man that's in that situation, when they go do it, they can't get shit.
Con.
Alright? That's what another reason why we saying that you ain't do it by yourself. Because you got Big Daddy government there to help you
Con.
get that handout and help enforce that liberal mind state that you have, man. You see that shit like a motherfucker. So no, you didn't do it by yourself.
Nope. Yeah, the government help you, and all the men and their families usually help you.
Right.
But then you say you did it by yourself.
You
Even single fathers don't say they did it by themselves, when the majority of men that single fathers actually do it by themselves.
Right.
Or a stepdaddy help.
Right. Yeah, and that's what women do, which is stupid. You're a single mom looking for a fucking stepdad. Stupid. Why not just look for the man you had the baby by?
Okay, that was kind of.
It's Ecclesiastes 10, starting at 1. A wise judge.
Yeah, us guys.
Said these guys, I don't know what he said though.
I'm about to get on them shorts.
Yeah.
It says,
Yeah, the big stripes.
right. Stripe shorts on.
Right. Right. Shit.
Zebra stripe gum
So,
shorts. It says, Ecclesiasticus 10 and 1. A wise judge will instruct his people. His people.
right. A wise judge will instruct his people. A matter of fact, a man is supposed to be the judge of his house, man. And when you judge in your house, you're going to make sure they go the correct way.
Right.
That's one of the reasons why Esau put the woman over the household in the black neighborhood. Why? Because they don't know how to instruct the house.
Not supposed to be in that position.
Con.
It says, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered.
Right. Well ordered.
And it said man, not woman or man. Or sometimes-
Right. The government of a prudent man.
Right.
Because, hey, y'all gonna get y'all president in, and that bitch's titties is gonna get y'all full of liquor. And y'all ain't gonna know how to act when all hell break loose.
Right.
Because the only thing a woman can really teach you is how to be emotional.
Right.
She can't teach you how to judge correctly.
Right.
Oh, was that the Satan peace sign? We ain't at peace with Satan, man. Shit. Oh boy, dog. Oh boy, he did the Baphomets. Yeah, he did the Baphomets, man. Like, oh no, we ain't in peace with you devils, man.
Right. Right.
A lot of niggas do that too. That's why
Yeah,
it's not a niggas act like it's a peace sign.
Right,
They
it's not a peace sign. That's just Satan's horns and shit, man.
Right, not a lot of niggas like to throw it down.
We already know all that shit, man.
Right, been knowing.
It says, Ecclesiasticus 10 and 2. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers.
Right. Hey, as the judge of the people. Hey, if you got a, hey, how you doing, brother? If you got a wicked judge, then the officer's gonna be wicked. That's why the police are wicked, because they got wicked leaders, man. And these wicked leaders want them to do the same wickedness that they do. And guess what? They gonna do it.
It's all a trickle down effect from those elites, the 1%, right?
Right. Hey.
How
you doing, bro?
All right. How you doing?
Fine, get ready to go work.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Good night, man. It says, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of a city is, such are they that dwell therein.
Right. So, hey, if the ruler of a city is wicked, guess what? The people are going to be wicked. And who's the ruler of this city? Governor Granholm, some old white bitch, right?
Whitmore.
Whitmore? Yeah, so some old white bitch is the governor of this city. So the people going to be like that. And they support the ABC people because she supported. So the people are just as wicked as the ruler, man.
Not to mention, look at the morals that each party represents.
Right.
All of that homosexuality and all of that crazy ass transgenderism and shit and abortions and shit. This is what the fuck you're taking that shit on. When you vote for that shit, you're embodying that. That means you support that shit.
Con.
All right, like it's saying right there. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is. So the manner of man and the ruler of that city is a degenerate. Guess what? Such are they that dwell therein.
Right.
It's going to be a place filled with degenerates.
Con. And America as a whole is filled with degenerates, man.
Right. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them, an unwise king destroyeth his people, man. That bitch has no wisdom. Not just because the Bible say that women don't have wisdom. All right? But the fact of the matter is, somebody that's unwise and put in a position of power. You want to talk about anarchy and chaos, you can talk all the shit you want. And no, I don't vote. I've never voted.
Nope.
All right? I'm not picking between
the lesser of two evils.
A cup of fresh hot piss
or a bowl of hot steamy shit.
Let alone wet shit.
Right.
Choose. Like, nigga, I'm just not gonna eat.
Right.
Fuck. It says, such are they that dwell therein. Everybody that dwell in this place, this is why they fucked up. Look at your leaders and shit. You can talk shit about Trump, but I will say this, at least the motherfucker had all of those businesses and he's a mogul.
Right.
Now they can say, oh, well, he fucked up a lot of money. Shit, the motherfucker still sitting straight.
Right. Still rich.
Right. You say what you want to say. Oh, this is felony. He did that. The motherfucker was a genius of what he did to make it to where he was at.
Right.
Financially. And isn't America a corporation?
Right. Some
all
businesses fail. Most of them succeeded, and he kept the money.
Right. See how she falls? That bitch is terrified. I thought one of the bugs was melting, man.
Right.
Damn. Stop it. Boy. No, the motherfucker hit the brakes when they got down like a right now. This nigga just slammed on his brakes.
Right. Yep.
Ah! Your head.
Right.
It says.
Yeah, I mean, the point of our whole lesson today was, hey, bitches ain't supposed to be in the rulership seat. You men supposed to be in the rulership seat. And if you don't want to take that and you follow your bitch, you following your bitch to destruction. It's just plain and simple like that. And if you voting for this pretendian bitch, hey, you just following this whole country into destruction, which is going anyway. But a man is not supposed to follow a woman. A woman is supposed to follow a man's lead. And you're supposed to be man enough to let that woman know, hey, this is my show, not yours. You know?
Right.
Right. Hey, you don't have to like it. It ain't out here for you to be liked. I mean, it ain't out here for us to tell you something that you like to hear. It's out here for us to tell you what's real, the truth. And if you don't like it, you can walk on down the street and walk to your destruction. How y'all doing? Y'all got questions?
Yeah. What do y'all talking about?
We're preaching the Bible, preaching the downfall of America, and tell the people over the sign that they the natural Israelites according to the Bible, according to history and prophecy.
History and prophecy.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think about like Genesis 12?
Genesis 12, the prophecies on it, which one? What verse? Or the whole thing?
More so like the whole thing where God chooses Israel as his chosen example.
Yep. And then he broke down the prophecies for each tribe.
Yeah.
Hey, he broke down the prophecies way back then. What was going to happen to the tribes in general?
Yeah.
Like Like when he prophesied Genesis 12, and I believe it was 49, where he prophesied about he was prophesying about Yahushua, the one the world ignorantly calls Jesus.
Ignorantly? Why is it ignorantly?
Because his name is not Jesus.
What's his name?
His name is Yahushua.
And how do you translate that into English?
Yahushua.
Yeah.
What's her name?
God meaning he, our shine meaning his salvation.
Right.
Joshua means Joshua?
Yeah, they say Joshua. Now he's Yahushua.
Joshua, that's get it.
does the name change who he is?
The name don't change.
Well, he said he's the name.
What's your name? What's your name?
My name is what? My government name or my name?
What's your name?
My name is Yamarka.
So if your name is Mark and I call you Daniel, does that change who you are?
No, but you didn't refer to me as who I am.
Who is Daniel?
Because I wouldn't call
Does that
you.
change who you are?
I wouldn't call you
If
Brian.
I call you,
If I called you Donald Trump right now, Donald
Right,
Trump,
right.
just the name changes.
Wait.
Wait. In the viewpoint of Donald Trump, right? Because he's an infamous character. By me calling you something that you're not, I'm placing that stigma on you. Because that's not your name, and the weight that's behind the name Donald Trump is not often pleasant in most people's ears.
Right, because the
Why
name
is the
changes
name-
reputation. And then let me explain it more like this. You walking down the street, and I claim to know you, but I'm like, hey Don, are you gonna turn around and look and think I'm talking to you? Of course you're not, because you're gonna be like, hey, I don't know this motherfucker.
Walking talking to your friend,
Yeah,
like,
he
oh,
must be
some
calling
guy's
somebody
Don
named
and
Don.
shit. I'm not paying attention
Yeah,
to that.
who the fuck is Don?
my point is the name does not change who he is.
No.
The name
But
changes who you are because if it's
No,
not your
My name is not my identity. My identity is in Christ.
no, your name
I-
has a reputation that goes with it.
right.
Your name can't have a reputation.
What?
I said it
Yeah,
can't.
yeah,
I said
yeah.
it.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Go
yeah,
ahead.
But the reputation does not change who you are. If some people start spreading rumors about my name, it does not change who I am.
No, of course not. But then,
That's all I'm
that's
saying.
also saying that a person don't know you if they don't know your name.
Right, and it also changes the outlook of everybody around them.
Right.
Because
But
it's
we
not
can all agree that we
everybody
are more than our
it's
name.
not, it's not,
Yeah, we're more than our name. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But a name lets you know
It's
if
also a stigma.
yeah, a name actually lets you know if you know a person or not. Because I obviously don't know your name. What is your name?
I don't need to know your name to be able to describe you.
No, not to be able to describe you, but this
I
is
don't
out
need to know
there.
your name to know who you are.
No, yes you do.
No, I don't.
Because when people say,
Well,
wait, what comes to your
asking
mind?
for when
Hold on. Let me ask you this. When I say Jesus Christ, what enters your mind? What image enters your mind? Yup. What image enters your mind?
you don't know about it. They don't, man. They don't.
Yeah, that's why we're here to teach. What image enters your mind when I say Jesus Christ? Because a person enters your mind when you say a certain name.
the image that
Just
you
like if I say your mom, if I say your mom, there's an image that enters your mind. So when I say
Santa
Jesus
Claus.
Christ, when I say Santa Claus, there's an image, a picture that comes in your mind.
Yeah.
When I say Jesus Christ, what comes to your mind?
I see the world, but if you're talking about specifically Jesus Christ, I see eyes like fire. I see hair like wool. That's why.
What does that look like?
Yeah.
Eyes, you know what fire looks like?
Yeah.
No, I'm asking you, what is that? What that image that you gave us?
I just described
What manner of people look like that?
what manner.
Yeah.
Yes.
He doesn't look like any of us.
That hair like wool.
Yeah, and that's one of the first things we
What,
teach.
eyes like
Revelation 1 and 13.
Yeah, and we teach people this because that image is important. Because the Bible actually explains and describes in detail what he looks like. Feet of burnished brass, which is dark skin. Hair like wool, which is black people. Yeah, which is black people's hair. Eyes is a flame of fire. In Genesis it says his eyes was red with wine and teeth white with milk.
Yeah,
he had bloodshot eyes because he drank wine.
Yeah.
And these are all describing a so-called Negro. But this image been out there.
No, we agree. He
You
can't.
know? Yeah, this image.
So just
been
because
out
someone
there.
messed up does not change who he is.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Because it puts your mind. Wait. If you ask 15 people what Jesus looked
If I
like.
draw a caricature of you, does that mean that you are that caricature?
Hey, no. This is a real picture.
That would be
But
a
it's
lie.
not real. This is what
That's not what he looks like, though.
This is what they
This is
promote,
what this
though.
guy came up with. They say that Jesus. Right.
You have a phone on you.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Google Jesus
Please just Google
and go to images.
So just because Google messed up does not change who he is.
How
No.
they mess up?
If
That's
you
showing
ask-
you the
right.
common thought
If you
pattern
ask-
of most people on the
Exactly. If you ask
I'm
any
not
of-
like most people, though.
Hey, but we
matter,
gotta
but the
teach
image is
we
still
gotta
out
teach
here,
the
though.
most people. We teaching the general public.
Right.
The general is the majority.
Right, and we asking you,
So-
what does he look like? He came as a man, right?
Right.
If he had hair like wool. All right, now let's go from Genesis and then we're gonna go to Revelation and see what the Lord looks like, right?
Alright, it's Genesis 49:12. His eyes shall be red with wine,
red.
Yep.
All right. And it's
Red
two white with milk.
Yep.
Right.
What's the context of that?
Because that's what the Father
It's
right.
prophesying about you.
Right. Right.
Moses.
Yes.
No, it was
About
Isaac.
Isaac, yeah, prophesying to his son.
Isaac that was prophesying that the children of Israel would be in the last days.
Right.
And it was talking about Judah, the tribe of Judah, which the Lord came out of.
Right.
Which is the tribe of Judah, the so-called
And it was
Negroes.
specifically
Which is the reason why it's important to know this code in the scripture.
Right.
Right,
And
right.
it was telling you a future prophecy of the Lord. Right. And we're going to tell you why his eyes was red. It's not because he was pissed off. It's not because he had some kind of disease. The Lord drank wine.
Yep.
Right? Then they call him a wine bibber.
Yep.
What happens when you drink? Your pupils, the veins in your eyes dilate, man. All right? That's why your eyes look red. This is Revelation 1 and 1. The revelation, the one they call Jesus Christ, right? Which God gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent the Son and signified it by his angel unto his servant John. All right, so this is signifying what we're talking about right now in the ancient days. Revelation 1 and 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle. Can I explain that?
Yeah, what? Read it again.
And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down unto the foot.
With a garment similar to this, down to the foot. Of course, he looked a lot better, but, a garment like this, down to the foot.
And a girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
Or a golden birth, so you can understand.
Solid gold.
Yep.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
The color was white, the hair was woolly in texture, though. I should be short.
And the
you got woolly hair, so you understand what I'm talking about.
And the reason we're talking about the texture of it because of sheep. It's not that they'll be like, oh no, it's because it was the color like a sheep. Sheep come in different colors.
Right.
You got black sheep, gray sheep, red sheep, right?
Yep.
It says,
right.
as white as snow.
Right. There's 2 textures of hair people are known by. The woolly hair is like the sheep's hair. The stringy hair is like the goat's hair.
Right. It says, as white as snow, and his eyes were as flames of fire.
When we know from Genesis that it's talking about he drank wine, his eyes was red with wine.
Right. And his feet like unto fine brass.
Now, when you look at the top of your feet, it's like the rest of the skin on your body. His feet like a fine brass, which we know is brown.
Right, like a penny, right?
Yep.
As if they burned in a furnace.
As if they burned in a furnace. You burn something, it gets darker, not lighter. So he was a dark-skinned man. Dark-skinned man with white woolly hair.
And his voice as the sound of many waters.
And these are scholars that put this book together, so they know he didn't look like that, yet that has been permeated across the whole globe.
Right.
So, but nobody had a problem with it, but they got a problem with him being a so-called Negro.
Which the Bible states.
Right, which the Bible basically describes that's what he is. Right.
So you guys have spent this time arguing with me.
Not arguing,
we're reasoning together, right? Agree on this. But you guys think you guys spent more time convincing people that Jesus was black, or more time telling people that Jesus was?
We weren't talking about that before you came up. We were talking about the politics and the condition of the world. We were addressing what you
But the thing is, if you can't even believe that much, how can you pick up the more difficult spiritual things? If you can't even comprehend as much as Jesus is a so-called black man, then how can you?
we're clarifying.
Yeah, we're clarifying
this. If a person's not able to get past that simple
what is the most important?
Well, like I said,
out of this whole Bible, what is the most important? That Jesus was black, or that Jesus came to die for our sins?
No, he didn't come to die for everybody. He only came to die for the Israelites.
John 3:16.
Okay,
what does the word world mean?
Right.
This is the world.
Right, because in John 17:4,
is cosmos, which is a secular order or arrangement.
Right.
It doesn't necessarily mean.
They got a concordance on it. You can look at the original translation.
All right.
Insect world.
We're bringing it. We got the original translation of that. We're not just making that. What world
means? And what proves that in Luke the 2nd chapter, the same
King
word for cosmos.
That's literally made by a white man.
Luke the 2nd chapter.
Literally made by King
James. No, King James is not a white man.
That's not a fact. That's not known as a black man.
In last class, he shared his birth. King of the.
Wait, how old are you? How old are you?
Hey, no, do not.
Okay, what is the word British?
You guys are going to
not,
class
do not,
still.
do not,
Word
do not,
British
do not
means
dismiss it because
people of the country.
One thing that you
So
can pull that up, can you pull that up on Google images, Black
White
King
people
James, the
was not
actual
ruling.
paintings of King
There was a time
James.
when white people was not ruling.
Thank you.
Y'all read out a white
The
Bible?
Dark Age. This ain't a white Bible.
Right.
Yeah.
This was translated from the Hebrew. The Hebrews was, and they weren't white. The
Right.
Hebrews
They
were
was
not
trying to
white.
whitewash the Bible, but the Bible is not a white man's
Right,
book.
so they translated that.
Just like how they tried to whitewash Jesus.
That image is a blasphemy.
Probably I go there. I have Galatians 12, verse 30
Let's go to Galatians.
So you might have seen me walking out there, maybe.
Galatians what?
Let's go to Galatians.
Galatians 2 and what?
Just look at Galatians 2. Let's read through it.
Right. So you want to know if the Lord came for everybody or if he just came for Israel?
Shalom.
Back to Romans 2:9. 2:9.
Hey, Shalom. Yeah, let's see about
First the Jew and then the Gentile.
yeah, but what about Acts 2
Rest of the world.
2 and 22?
The rest of the world.
Inside of the Israelite born.
Yeah. They're foreign.
Right. Born from their land. Anytime an Israelite leaves their land and grows up in another nation, they're not into their country. That's the Gentile. Right? We're not right? We are Gentiles in the original nation that we are from.
So is everybody else.
Everybody else is considered a Gentile in the state where the Lord said it.
Rest of the world is Gentile. We all got it.
There's a difference between
The Israelites, the real Israelites, became Gentiles.
Right.
Or Hellenes.
Hellenistas. Hellenism, Hellenistas. See, they don't teach you that in school. Y'all talking about what you learn in class. You really learn about life when you come out of school.
First and foremost,
A lot of it's bullshit. You don't do that
because we were given the law.
when you graduate from school, of course, now you find out it's not the first nation that would ever give it. So anybody that's born in Jerusalem as a Jew and practice the custom and their family go up in it, that's what the word comes from anyway. That's not what yesterday, today, and forever, and he doesn't change as the scriptures say. So why would he say only Israel, these law, statutes, and commandments go to my people?
Where did he say that? Where did he say that?
No, Moses said.
Alright, so then what did Jesus say?
Wait, who was there when Moses came down?
Who you ignorantly called Jesus?
I'm talking about the Jesus of the gospel. I'm saying that,
hold on, this is Psalm 140. Hold on, this is Psalm 147.
I want to finish my thought. Because the world, Jesus Christ himself said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That's number one. He said himself that
lost sheep of the house of Israel. What does that mean?
They are just as lost as us.
No, we're not. We actually know who we are now.
We have to understand it.
Yeah.
That's the point. First off, you looking at it
I
from
don't understand.
Right, you don't have to
looking at it from a
understand.
biased standpoint.
A bias.
You
Y'all
are
talking about this is your
No,
bias. This is your bias.
Yeah, but that's what the Bible
This
says.
is Psalms 147, verse
Rumors?
18.
Rumors.
Verse 19.
Oh,
He
you
showeth
go.
his word
You are.
unto Jacob, which is the 12 tribes of Israel, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation. And as far as judgments, they have not known it. Praise the Lord.
Right,
So
right.
why would he all of a sudden switch up and then say, okay, now every nation can come into this covenant? No, he never changed his covenant to where all nations would come in.
Yeah, why wouldn't it? If he said that he's not going to give it to the rest of the nation, why would he just decide, all right, since I'm sending my son, I'm going to switch it up? He is
In that context, yes, it does, because the other nations around them, they were supporting prostitution, they were supporting child sacrifices, and then eventually and he abolished them after 400 years. And what they keep child sacrifices, they keep prostitution, and then he abolishes those other nations. In that context, yes, that was only for them. In that context, yes, but then Jesus goes on to say, it was not first the Jew, first the Jews, and then the Gentiles. For Jesus so loved the world. He did not create 8 million people just for a select group. Just it doesn't make sense. It does not. Let me finish.
This is John.
I'm not one person about how it makes me feel.
You just explained it.
I mean, he just said, I pray for them, I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given to me, but they are not. Just by that scripture alone, you already know that he basically said, I'm not for everybody on the planet.
Yeah, not everybody's going to choose him.
For them that thou hast given me, you're saying that the Most High didn't give everybody to the Lord to say that. But just like saying, for them which thou hast given me, but they are not.
What are you quoting?
I already said it, John 17:9. I pray for them, I pray not for the world.
All right, read the
So,
context.
I just read it in the context. It's within the text.
Start at 17. Read that, bro. I'm 14. Start at 17.
This is John 15 and 16. Because you said you didn't choose, he didn't pick those that haven't chosen, right? You said you got to choose Jesus, right? This is John 15 and 16. Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you that ye should bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain. Whatsoever ye ask of the Father's name, he'll give you. So you can't choose the Heavenly Father.
We love him because
You can't choose him. He has to choose you.
and he did choose us.
No, he didn't choose you.
Yes, he
This
did.
is the choosing ground right here, because this is the calling right here. He didn't choose you if you can't. Hey, one, you got to understand what he looked like. If you can't get that, then he ain't dealing with you.
You agree on
Then
that?
two, you got to understand what his mission was. He said his mission is to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. These are the only people that even get a shot. And out of these people, 2/3 are going to die. Even out of
I
these
pray
people,
for them,
2/3
I
are
pray
going
not
to
for the
die.
world.
So
Let me ask you this. Okay, so the entire early church, you know the church in Acts that's established
Yep.
in the upper room, right? That continued, would you agree?
hey, that's
To
still
what
going on to
okay,
this
listen.
day.
To what extent was it corrupted that the early church fathers, whose writings we have, the pre-Nicene Council, right before the Nicene Council, where you see the Trinity, which you guys would agree with, or
No,
you know,
it's
you
not
know,
true.
wait.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah,
So
it's not
you know,
true, yeah.
all these things that came in 300, and all the writings we have before, the Didache in 70 AD, which is not Hebrew Israelite, it's everything against that. Were they wrong immediately?
What the
You know the Didache? You know what that is?
I don't know what that
This is simple. I mean, I'm sorry, but you guys got to preach.
You say it's
In
simple,
70 AD, the Didache is all the church fathers from Jerusalem, I believe, coming together, explaining what the liturgy looks like, how church service should be held, and then they're telling you like the Eucharist, which you guys don't do, all right? They're telling like who's allowed in. They're saying Greeks that are definitely not lost sheep in the house of Israel. And this is in 70 AD. This is 40 years.
He's not talking about the early church fathers. The Bible is talking about the Christians, the ones that followed the anointed, which is Yahweh Shai.
So they immediately got it wrong.
Yeah, they got it wrong because like Yahweh Shai was going up to the early church fathers saying, y'all got it wrong.
Right.
Early church. The
way
church came after
Well, you
Jesus.
said the
The Christians came along with Jesus.
you understood
The one that followed the Christ.
You about the downfall, the downfall, excuse me, of Jerusalem from the Roman Empire, right? In 70 AD, right? You're going all the way to how they were fled to Petra. A lot of people, the influence of the land was changed from the inside out because they allowed the people. So the influence of the wicked, what would you get to call it? The Didache, right?
D-I-D-A-C.
That falls in place with the wicked scribes and Pharisees as well. You're letting the influence of other nations in. Yes.
Those weren't even Jews. They weren't Jews.
That's the same. What I'm saying, the council that was established was
The 300s. I'm talking about way before that. This isn't a council. These are bishops appointed by the laying on of hands, all the way back to the Apostle Peter in Jerusalem. It goes back to the Apostle Peter in Jerusalem. It's laying on hands to bishops, and it's only 30 years after Jesus. 70 AD. This is simple church history.
So the people that you okay, let's just put it to you like this. You can have an association that's established.
Yeah.
All right, so the further away after apostles died, you start having the zealots and the different types of the safari and these different sects of it. After the death of the apostles, they started breaking into sects. Just because it was established like this, by that time,
Apostles were alive in 70 AD. You know the Gospels weren't written before 70. Some Gospels weren't written before 70 AD. You know that?
I know that the gospel, some of those gospels,
Like
especially of John, because he was the last living one.
Yeah, so some of the apostles were alive, and the Didache was taking place. He never rebuked it. These are people who knew the apostles. Why would I trust people?
It's right. Hey, 70 AD. It's written. Hey, in 70 AD, Jerusalem was taken down as a place by the Roman Empire. So of course, if they established the government, who established that government? Who was going to land on their hands at that time? It was the Romans.
How do you interpret Galatians where it says, where it talks about the law? The gospel of the law.
Well, you said Galatians 2.
Galatians 2.
And this is because we address this because when it comes down to it.
Matter of fact, this Galatians 2 actually proves him wrong. I'm like reading Galatians 2 and 4, and that because of false brethren unawares brought in, who came in probably to spy our liberty, which we have in Christ Yahushua, that they might bring us into bondage. And that proves your homeboy that just walked away. False brethren that came in unawares. You talking about 70 AD and the laying on the hands and the people that established. Yeah, false brethren, spies, people that's not down with the with what Yahushua was teaching.
Let's start with the Herodian dynasty.
That's not us. We actually read this straight from the scripts.
The Herodian dynasty, you know one thing, they were actually like Herod and these individuals.
So then why would you just send his disciples, send the apostles to all these other places that do not have Israelites?
No, he sent them to the lost sheep, the ones that didn't know. Like if you're an Israelite, a matter of fact, what is your father? Black, white, what?
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Because
you ask him a direct question, and you
the
answer
12th
it.
chapter.
I've asked that questions this whole night. Y'all
Yeah, he asked him his name, and he told me. You won't even do that. We being
I'm just asking you, what's your father's nationality? Was he black, white, what?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter because you are judged by the pedigree of your father. I mean, you are not judged. You are known by the pedigree of your father. In other words, you are the seed of your father, and I'm trying to establish, what seed you most potentially comes from. That's all. It does.
If your father was,
that's if you were an Israelite originally.
Right. You can't
If you're not an original Israelite, then you're not
take a
Hold on, wait, y'all brothers. Look.
Try to take an oak tree branch and graft that in on an olive tree. It's not going to work. It has to be a piece of an olive tree that can be grafted onto that same tree, or it's not going to live.
No, I just want to say that. Look, if you have your father is white, then you ain't gonna. Then you're a white man.
Right.
That's what he's trying to tell you. Like, if your father's white, you're a white man. If your father is black, that means you're
right.
Israelite.
Yeah, it's more. I'm saying most potentially.
If it's tree to doesn't work. Tree to tree doesn't work. From man to man doesn't work. That's why
you have to be of that same tree. You can't take a plum tree and put it on an olive tree and try to graft it. That's a literal thing to graft in. Have you ever seen them do that? Yep. Right. You can't have any other tree from a different genre
and put it on that tree and expect it to grow. It's impossible.
Right.
It has to still be from Israel. We were scattered to the four corners of the globe.
Branch to
According,
branch, not
the
branch
Lord
to
said,
vine.
look, the Lord said He took our people and scattered them to the four winds. One thing that Israel is known for is we're located in all four corners of this globe, and our people are there. What? We have black soldiers that went to Vietnam. Some of those individuals that are walking around looking like Vietnamese amongst those people, their father's bloodline go back to being a black man. This is why he said the pedigree. The Bible talks about in Numbers, first chapter, about how the houses were
That's what I
established.
said. The fish ladder.
The houses were established by the pedigree of the father. That's why he
And
said
let
it
me
doesn't
let me
matter.
say
It
this
does
though.
matter.
I was taught growing up that when you're asked a simple question and you dance around the question and you don't want to answer the question, that means whatever you're asking you're ashamed of.
Oh,
That's exactly what that means when you do that. I'm just letting we giving you wisdom.
I'm not
We
ashamed of that. I
giving
just
you
don't- I just don't
wisdom
know how you
because
guys
other than that
judge
you
me by my
got to
answers.
be ashamed of your father
Because
if you're not
you say
you
your
tell
father
him.
was white. We're not gonna say that you're not an Israelite.
Right,
because
right.
You have some. Look at Bob Marley's father.
Right.
Bob Marley's father was a white man, but his bloodline
Goes back to Israel, right? That's
his
why the
father
brother
is
asked
actually
him.
a black man.
Right.
His father's father.
His-
So just
his
because
great
you look
father.
white don't make you white. So no, that's wrong. We're not gonna assume
So then
that.
how do you interpret like Genesis 1:27 where it says, go in the like go into the world and be
Fruitful and multiply.
fruitful and multiply.
Yeah, I'm just saying most probably. That's why I wanted to know.
So then, with God's first command to man being to go be fruitful and multiply, to go cross-contaminate.
Yeah.
So then how do you interpret that? That means that there's going to be
No, we're not saying. That's
I'm not
how you
saying-
got
I'm not saying
Gentiles.
for sure.
That's how you get Gentiles.
Right.
We go and we procreate with another nation
Right.
and then come back to our own when we possess seed. But women don't. That's why women don't have life inside of them. We do. So whatever the genealogy that the father is, that's what determines what that child is.
Right.
Regardless of what they look like, regardless of what country they're in, now they're Gentiles to that nation. Go and look at what they do over in Japan. If you have any black blood inside of you, like a lot of those black soldiers go over there and have sex with their women, and those their children are like because they're looked at as a foreign blood. Not because they're white, because they accept those ones just because they're black. That's the same stigma that we have all throughout history. Look at that whole situation with what's that samurai, the black samurai?
Masashi Miyamoto.
He was the one that said if you had to have at least one drop of black blood to be a true samurai. Black blood. And we already know how everybody look at us as being black people. That's a stigma.
Yeah. Because it's the dangerous with the scriptures. You try to get
And they assembled
somebody
all the congregation together on the first day on the second, and they declared their pedigrees after the families by the house of their fathers,
Right.
according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward by their bulls.
Right. So it's by the pedigree of your father. You know by who your father is. You know, and that's all I was
That's
asking
why
for.
all throughout the Bible you see these genealogies of all of these different nations of people. Like Ham got a genealogy,
Right.
Shem had a genealogy.
And then where does it stop? And then where does it stop?
It never does.
It stops at Jesus. That's why Jesus
No, it
wasn't
never
born.
does stop.
That's why Mary was impregnated by the Holy Spirit,
No.
not by man.
Yeah, the
Because-
Holy Spirit was Joseph busting the nut in Mary's vagina. That was the Holy Spirit.
Right, because the council
I mean, no, it's not, because you got to
necessary
understand. Yes, it's necessary. Because, right.
That's when you get that false doctrine.
Right. Now, it is necessary because it's necessary so you can understand. If your woman gets pregnant, just like Mary, and she talking about she got pregnant by the Holy Ghost, I'm going to tell you to go to a mental psych house. Because she didn't get pregnant by the Holy Ghost
saying
unless
God gave
somebody
you
busts nut in.
Wait. You just said the council of Nicaea tried to ask the Bible, but it's in that Bible.
No, it's not. It don't say that.
Is it in there?
It don't say that.
What is
Yeah.
virgin? The word virgin in the Bible, what is it? Mama God? What's that? Young woman?
Yeah,
Mama God in the Bible.
Mama.
the word Ayalama is the woman of marriageable age.
But it says Joseph hadn't known her. You know, known her Joseph hadn't known her and she was pregnant?
Joseph had known her at that time.
Hadn't known her. Like,
He had known her at that
consummated
time.
the marriage.
He had known her at that time.
At the time she got pregnant.
No,
the time
he had known her
they
at the
don't
time
know.
that the angel visited her.
That's
No, he had known her at the time that the angel visited her.
okay.
He had known her at that time, but when she went to go visit her cousin and Joseph was in the same city, that's when he had known her.
And
then when she got pregnant,
and then what did the angel come and tell Joseph?
yeah, don't be ashamed of her, your wife being pregnant. Because he had known her before they got married, before they came together.
Don't be ashamed
They
of
was
your
a
wife.
spouse. Yeah.
Don't be ashamed of your wife
Yeah,
being
because
pregnant.
sex is actually marriage. Sex is marriage.
Right.
It's looked down upon if you
Right.
have sex
You
with
go.
your
Let me tell you.
spouse
Hold
before
on.
the ceremony.
Let me say this. Hold on. Let me say this. It's very wicked here that women sleep with a whole bunch of men. Women sleep with a whole bunch of men before they even find their husband and marry him. When you're supposed to only sleep with one man. Your woman is only supposed to sleep with one man.
Yeah, the breakdown of that whole virgin thing is the angel came to Mary before they came together. When she went to her cousin's crib and Joseph was in the same city, that's you gotta go work. But when Joseph came to that city, he had known her. The angel came to Joseph. He was like, "Don't be ashamed of her," because they had sex before the ceremony, even though he was a spouse to her.
Because it was a shame to have sex.
Like, don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed.
Jesus could have been the perfect man. Jesus, the perfect man. Can we agree that Jesus was the perfect man?
Of course.
He could not have been made. He could not have been born by flesh.
Yes, he could.
No, he could not have.
This is wisdom of Solomon.
No. Stop talking. Just let me finish. This whole time we've been talking about the lineage. How lineage has been passed down. How you're judged by your father.
Yeah.
Joseph was not a perfect man. You're saying Jesus would not have been a perfect man because he
he promised He promised that because you asserted something, and I'm trying to answer that assertion. That's why we will stop you, because you asserted something, and we got to answer that assertion.
Right.
It's okay.
Yeah, because if you add on a layer of cake, we gotta identify that layer of cake.
Right.
You know, at one point at a time, man.
I'm allergic to walnuts.
Right.
Nigga, what layer is that?
Right. Exactly. You gotta minus that layer.
Right. Oh no, they got walnuts.
And that's what a lot of people like to do. They like to put on layer upon layer upon layer, so you can get lost in the layers, man. No, what we do is we answer question by question. If you say something, if you assert something, we're going to stop you right there and we're going to answer that assertion, man. So, in his assertion, you're saying that, what was he saying? Jesus was talking about, or talking about the lineage. But in Matthew 1:1, it breaks down the whole lineage of Yahushua, man. The one they ignorantly call Jesus. It breaks down the whole lineage. And it goes by the Father. And then in the scriptures, it also it also prophesied to David that it would come from his seed.
Right.
His seed, his line, man.
Right. What does it say in Ecclesiastes? It compacted it. I don't have the phone. Compacted the blood.
Right. This is Wisdom of Solomon 7:1. I myself also am a mortal man, like to all, and the offspring of him that was first made of the earth. And in my mother's womb was fashioned to be flesh in the time of 10 months, being compacted in blood of the sleep of man and the pleasure that came with sleep. And when I was born, I drew in the common air and fell upon the earth, which is of like nature, and the first voice I uttered was crying, as all others do. I was nursed in swaddling clothes and was cared. For there is no king that had any other beginning of birth. And that right there is a whole point right there. It's in the scriptures. It said no other king. Yahushua is indeed the king of Israel. You know, the first over Israel, and there's nobody else born like that. No, nobody else born any other than that.
But the scriptures tell us that we everybody that's born on everybody that comes to the earth comes the same way, meaning through sex.
We all
Everybody's born on earth,
sex.
right?
And these young men are foolish because they don't understand that, man.
Well, as the Lord said, if they be a fool, let them continue to be a fool. It don't matter.
It's like they getting all types of wisdom.
It ain't up It ain't up to us to save you.
Right. Yeah, they getting all types of wisdom out here, but they couldn't comprehend it.
No.
Hey, that's why this place gotta go. Because that's our future.
Right. That's
They
the
are
future
locked into
generation.
that lie, man.
Yeah, they locked into
They
that lie.
They out here really trying to joust with the men of the Lord.
Right.
They're not gonna live a long life.
No, they're not.
You know,
I mean,
because the Heavenly Father didn't call you in the first place.
No.
You're trying to do what He didn't call you to do.
Right,
Right.
right,
You feel like it because you chose Him.
right.
Right.
That's why we say take your emotions out of it.
See,
Right.
but you're right, because they are emotional. You know, those are emotional men.
about Jesus.
Right. They are emotional. You know, because what they've been taught is wrong,
Yep.
and that's all they're
That's why
emotional
He
about.
stayed up here.
Right.
Because he was like, damn, these motherfuckers are. He trying to confound us.
Right.
Because
But he
all the
couldn't.
questions that you asking, we giving you logical explanations through the word.
Right, through the
Right.
scriptures.
To the point,
That's
he
that
didn't.
cut,
He
you
to
know,
the
the
point he
cuts
couldn't.
stand in place.
He didn't have no more questions to ask.
Right.
That's all it was.
Hey, you know
And
them
he kept
cuts
saying-
make you when you see them get cut in the anime real fast.
Yeah.
They be like slink, 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 and they
Right.
just stand still like
Right,
You can't
right.
move while the Most High is cutting your ass.
Yep,
Right.
yep. You standing there bleeding and shit. You know, and it's like, and he kept on saying, "Let me finish," because I don't really believe in that "let me finish" shit. When you make assertions or you make certain points, I'm cutting in, man. Because you can't make point after point after point and go on a 3-minute rant and then expect me to answer every point you make.
And they coming
You done
out of
said
those
10
scriptures.
different things and shit. You done said 10 different things and you don't want me to address any of them when you say it. Because I address them right away. Why? Because I don't want you to forget what you just said.
Right.
And then you can go along with your thought.
And we done dealt with them plenty of times.
Right, yeah, and we have dealt with those
Well,
kids
that was his first
a
time.
couple times, yeah.
No,
Yeah, but the other ones, yeah, we
the
familiar
other
with
ones,
them.
right. We dealt with his friends before.
Yeah,
and
we
I'm
dealt
pretty
with
sure
his friends.
they sent him up here thinking he knew something.
Nah, he felt compelled.
Yeah,
See, I'm gonna
yeah.
do what y'all couldn't do. I'm gonna get these guys.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
Came
right.
over here and he almost got converted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We
for
were
real,
telling
man.
him, the thing that
Like,
we were
man.
telling him was
Yeah,
he
how
was
you
like,
doing,
How you doing,
that
brother?
was hitting him. He was just like, dang, like,
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
You was getting hit. Oh shit.
right.
Huh?
And you actually listened for a second when the
Yeah.
brother said, take your emotions out of it.
Right.
And start listening with your mind and not your emotions.
Right.
And most, yeah,
And you getting offended.
yeah,
And blessed are those that are not offended and getting
Right,
about the
right.
Lord right
Right.
now.
right,
Take your emotions
yeah.
out of this. This ain't time to get offended
Right.
and shit easily.
But
Right.
this is how you
What's being
this is
said
how
to
you
you.
debate your cause in decency and in order.
Right, right.
Right. They consider what's being said to you. That's
Right.
what men have to do. Even Ecclesiasticus, they talk about that. You know
Hey,
what I'm
look,
saying?
they talk
Consider-
about I'm still like you, brother. They talk about equality, right? But if women really wanted real equality, then they would take half of them would be going to the battlefield to shoot machine guns at the enemy, right? But they don't want to do that. They don't want
majority
no
don't.
part.
You got-
They
you
don't
gotta-
want no
you gotta-
parts of bullets flying at their motherfucking head.
You
trying to take
got a
them out.
small pocket of women that go, right? But the majority is not going to
Yeah,
do
the
that.
vast
No.
majority. This is Matthew 18:7. Woe unto the world because of offenses, for it must needs be that offenses come. But woe to that man by whom the offense is coming. And they offended by the word.
Right.
But the dude was offended that I said that Joseph bust a fucking nut in Mary. He was offended at that. It wasn't no holy. Look, Mary didn't get pregnant without Joseph having sex with her. Mary didn't get pregnant without Joseph having sex with her. That's the bottom line. It ain't no virgin birth. Have you ever seen a virgin get pregnant? Hell no. If you think a girl is a virgin and she pregnant, then there's something wrong with you. She done had sex with a man.
Right.
And it was the same thing with Yahweh Shai, the one the world ignorantly calls Jesus. Man.
Right.
Joseph had sex with Mary.
Right.
And that happened to be the holy seed, the holy line that Yahweh Shai came from.
Right.
If your
Man,
woman
it's
walk
just
up
that
to you right
simple,
now
man.
and tell you that she got pregnant by the Holy Spirit, get the fuck away from her.
Right.
All right? Because that's a lie.
Yup.
I didn't have sex with nobody. I'm just
Right.
pregnant.
Right.
I'm just
Right.
pregnant. I'm
The
telling
Lord
you.
came to me in a dream and he
Right.
told me.
Right.
And I was going to be pregnant. And when I woke up, I was pregnant with his baby.
What, the spirit is one flesh, and the what is it? The celestial is one flesh, and the terrestrial is another. The spirit can't get you pregnant, man.
Right. Hold on. Wait a minute. This ain't 300. the first 300 when the what's the name went into the lady's room, into the king's room, and raped his wife. The spirit.
Really, he did.
Right.
Huh?
That was consensual sex.
Right. Whatever happened when he busted? Remember the king busted in the room,
the
and then he stopped.
the spirit can't come down and have sex with a woman.
That's make believe.
It's not gonna happen, man.
The old dude had consensual sex with
Right.
her. She was just mad because he played it.
Yep.
He still committed adultery. I did it for my husband and got played. See, you shouldn't have did it in the first place.
Right.
Fucked up, man.
Yep.
That's how you gotta take it. And then she stabbed him and killed him.
Yeah.
Well, you know, he wasn't on shit no way, but the point of being, you still got that stain on your honor, man.
Yeah. And with that, we're gonna close. All praise and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Makakodash.
Double honors to Apostle Great Millstone. Salutations to you. I can do the work of truth and sincerity on 3 Ababa Ball, 1, 2, 3.
Ababa Ball, Ababa Ball, Ababa Ball. Shalom, Maki.
Yeah, you got that.
That lady,